Hi, this is Ricky-san. I'm a Pi consultant. Today, I want to have a discussion about, let me ask you a question. Would you let somebody doesn't have Pi experience to touch your Pi system? From my experience, I think the answer is depends. Why? Because let's say I have a small Pi server. It's not getting a lot of traction, just a few using it. The company bought it because they want to explore different options and try to see which one it's going to have most impact. Some team are using this one and the other one using Pi, and then they did not heavily invest in it, right? Then at that moment, right, like data is not collecting, Pi Vision is down. If this happens to your organization, it means you are in a very early stage of the digital transformation. You might be having other options that might help data collection and then provide value for your company, or maybe you don't have, but you have very little traction. So what do? You cannot allocate too much resources to it, and maybe just a process engineer trying to support the whole Pi system. They already bought like the Pi system with 100K software, and then now they don't have money to invest more. At this time, you want to build up your momentum. What you should really do is to high impact and low cost, and you bring a lot of value with your minimal effort so that management can see it, and then they can put more money and then they amplify the result. You have to show them this can really create good value for your engineers, process engineer, maintenance engineer, operators, right? Or even your CEO, or those higher up person, right? They can see the value. Otherwise, why spend money? Right? If you have less impact and not many people using it, it is okay to, find a co-op student, learn it, and then see if we have impacts for the company. Spend as little money as possible and try to see if this can work. And versus the company already gets a lot of traction. What I mean is like there's hundreds of users are using Pi Visions. Many reports are built based on the Pi system data, right? BI reports, right? Excel's report daily generate many reports for the production accountant to look at the data. They cannot afford like every day in the morning they need that report so that they can make their calculation. Sometimes it affects their stock price too. Then if it is important, will you ask someone who doesn't have experience in Pi and then support the Pi system? You want it to be 100% working at all times. Would you allow somebody that doesn't have experience and then he call in tech support, right? Every time he got problem and then he messed with the Pi system and then something breaks, right? You cannot afford that. So when you are a big company and utilizing Pi very heavily, you need an official Pi guy that can support you and make sure Pi system is running properly in your organization, right? That's why I guess there's Pi team, right? For tech creation, deletion, you need a Pi admin, right? All these tech builders, also AF buildings, right? And then you have Pi engineers like working with your engineers, making calculation together, and then support, right? Not just OSI support, you need a person to make sure the Pi system is working properly, right? You want to set all the learning software that can notify you when something's not working, right? That's support, right? I'm talking about like 3 person already, right? And there could be more as more workload going, right? I'm a project engineer. Actually, when the projects, no matter what it is, we can build, we can support, we can troubleshoot. So when there is so many things combined and integrated, right? You cannot afford to have a brand new person to support the Pi system because it's just harder. I mean, it's just not feasible. If it is down ever, right, which can happen, then you want to bring it up as quick as you can. Right? Normal operation, we don't want problem. Right? In the weekend, do you want problem like 50 calls? I mean, there's too many problems that you cannot sleep too. So it's high impact, high value. I mean, imagine it might be billions of dollars. If you have to put a price associated with the information and the data, then you would need a team or Pi. Then that's when you invest heavily. People might build a Pi team and then make sure Pi is generating a lot of values, and then go from there. They will hire you because they see the value, and then this is value exchange, right? When you are big, you cannot afford too many mistakes. People will just scream at you if it's not working, right? It's like, I don't know, an analogy is like if you are in a small boat, you can turn quickly. But if you are like the captain of the cruise, a cruise is so big, Titanic like kind of thing. If you want to turn, you cannot really just turn. It doesn't turn. You need the time to turn and also the skill, because it is harder for a big ship to turn. So it so depends on your situation, right? Whether you want to invest more or less, it's based on the impact and the value that customer get. So thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe as well as hitting the bell icon. I'll see you next week. Bye.